When you come to a New York Philharmonic Young People's Concert, you can expect to be engaged on many different levels. You have the music, you have the musicians, you have myself, both conducting the orchestra and talking to you and explaining things, but we also have many extra guests that come along with it. Our two dancers that have been with us this season, Thomas and Tomiko, will be with us again next season, and we'll have singers that will be again a part of the program in the Music for Song. You can expect to be engaged visually as well as orally, and maybe even physically. For each of the 4 Young People's Concerts this year, we have 4 different elements of music that we're introducing, but through the music itself, the first one, for instance, is called Music for Dance. The element that's being taught is rhythm, and we will have a trajectory through that program that reaches from Bach all the way through Steve Reich, and maybe even beyond that in terms of contemporary composers, but how rhythm is part of our daily life, from our heartbeat to the way we walk, the paces at which we walk, and our activities, and how music is composed around that concept of rhythm, and what role rhythm plays in all these different styles of music, the different periods of music. And we'll end up that particular concert with Ravel's Bolero, which is sort of an ultimate rhythmic piece and a very climactic moment for that program. The second program on the series is called Music for Song. The concept there is melody and how that is constructed. The children will actually have an opportunity to create a melody in some form, in an interactive process during the concert, and understand what role melody plays in each of the orchestral works that we'll be playing. And we will also have singers participating, because all music actually begins with the human voice, or began with the human voice, and how that communicates emotion and musical content, and then how the human voice transfers to the instruments of the orchestra. The third program is called Music for Story, and this is centered around the concept of program music, music for ballets or operas, or just music that was composed with an extra musical idea in mind to tell a story. And the other musical concept that's attached to that is the idea of the use of the orchestra instruments, and how instrumental color is used to create emotions and communicate the ideas of the composer through specific combinations of instruments, and how that evokes a particular extra musical idea. The last program is called Music for Imagination, and the concept here is absolute music, such as the symphony, the concerto, and how one uses one's imagination during the course of a concert in order to engage with the music in your own mind. You know, you create your own story, your own timelines, your own storyboard for that particular piece of music. It's a very interesting thing just to talk with anyone, but particularly children, about what was going on through your mind when we were playing that piece of music. What did it make you think of? And it's a very interesting journey, but we'll be exploring that journey together and playing, music, again, a really wide range of musical styles and sizes of music, combinations of instruments to help people engage and imagine what that music's trying to convey.